Congratulations, we are now into quarter two. To begin quarter two, we're going to do a little bit of reflecting with this assignment called Modern Day Slavery. A lot of quarter one was a discussion of what life was like in Africa and then what happened when African Americans came to the Americas, how they got their freedom. And now moving forward, we're going to look at life after slavery to modern day African American experience. But one of the things that I would like for you to do is understand and realize that history sometimes repeats itself. It may not take the same shape or the same form, but still yet the same theme. Currently, right now, in the United States, in Charlotte, in fact, we are dealing with human trafficking in modern day slavery. So the assignment reads, watch the following links about modern day slavery. Create a dialogue based on comparing and contrasting modern day slavery to American slavery in the 1600s to 1865. So this is going to be a class discussion. You must post a detailed compare and contrast statement, and then you must respond to one of your classmates' posts. When you respond to your classmates' post, the response has to be a reflection of what they said. You take a quote piece of what they said and agree or disagree or even expand on their current idea. So one of the first things you need to do is to read or watch the various videos. One called Slavery Traps Nearly 3 Million People Worldwide. There's a TED Talk, how human trafficking and slavery happens, and so forth. So this is the thought pattern that you need to think about. U.S. slavery, 1600s to 1800s, modern day slavery. In your mind, you may want to create a Venn diagram. Here, in this side, you will list the conditions of how slavery was different back in the day than how it is currently. And then in the middle, what's the same? There are some things that are just the same. So when it's time for you to write your dialogue posting inside of our chat group for the class, you will begin to explain your ideas. You will explain it in paragraph form. For example, you may want to start off saying that modern day slavery and slavery of the past has similarities and differences. And then you will begin writing your sentences. You can say, for example, U.S. slavery during the 1600s and 1800s was blah, 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 and you talk about that. However, the modern day slavery has turned into an institution that looks like this, blah, blah, blah. And then you can say, but there are some similarities between the two, and then you start writing about those. When it's time for you to respond to your classmates' post, you're probably going to have to come back for that. You're going to type yours, and then I would wait until closer, maybe a day before the due date, and then read your classmates' post, and then make your responses. If you only write your part, which needs to be at least 5 to 10 sentences in length, 5 to 10 sentences in length. If you only do this part, you only get a 50 because that's half of the assignment. If you do yours and have your response, which also needs to be at least 5 to 10 sentences, you will receive your full grades as long as your grammar is correct and you have hit all the points that I asked you to. Okay? If you have any more questions about this assignment, please email me or Zoom me and we can have further discussion.